Thank you all for welcoming me into your life and your ears and your heart today. Typically on all these episodes or the previous ones to date, I usually not repeat but remind myself and the audience out there about the context of each and every episode. Of course, invariably, I will talk about the key term, resilience. And depending upon the topic of that particular episode, I'll touch upon what drives you and the components of your drive, that desire, that important component called discipline to get you to answering that question about what drives you. Of course, that then leads into a further exploration, a self-discovery of your beauty, how you define it. I only use my experience and give you my example, maybe my sample, low-level baseline, for you to not gauge or compete or compare to mine, but maybe for you to determine what is your starting point today, this moment, the present moment, the one that I have guaranteed to change your perspective on, the only guarantee I can offer you. As I mentioned before, I by no means position myself as a prophet or some anointed deity to give you information that you couldn't get otherwise. My only proposition to you is to give you my honest, sincere, and original statements on things that are not new. But as I said, my guarantee is to only change your perspective on this present moment. That seems redundant because I often repeat that more times than not in other episodes. But that's important in this concept of resilience, my context and my definitions. And then the content only goes so far as to offer you definitions for you to start your process, your self-evaluation, your self-discovery of your path on, towards, and through resilience during those good, bad, and definitely ugly periods that we're all going to go through at some point. Now, of course, when I say that, I'm not offering you any answers. I have spoken before as a summary of what I do, professionally and personally. Now, we probably won't find that on my resume or my CV, as they say, but in a short 30-second or elevator pitch, if I needed one, I would say again, I am a problem solver. Yet, I do not provide you with any answers, which seems counterintuitive and counterproductive. Meaning, if you, Ming, are going to give me a solution to a problem, it's not that I have every answer under the moon, under the sun. There are definitely experts in this day and age, AI, to give you those kind of quote-unquote answers. I only give you approaches. And my approaches is to guide you into developing for yourself, under the construct of your problem or your business, questions. Sincere, original, genuine questions that will guide not your mind, your heart, aligned with your mind towards where you need to go on this issue or issues that you're facing. And that sounds a bit offsetting, maybe even off-putting. But the kind of questions I'm asking you to develop, to self-discover, to voice, to write down, to look at them, look into them for yourself. I'm saying to you, those kind of questions contain the very answers that you're looking for. Now, typically in any business or personal exchange, someone asks a question and then the receiver of that question provides an answer, A to B. But that's what I'm trying to eliminate or to reduce that reliance on the expectation of the answer to your question. Now, typically, even taking that scenario a little further, that question is either scripted or it's in the playbook or it's in the pitch deck from your business or it's in the history of how we have done things here for the past 10 years and don't change the program or the template. What I'm asking you to do is to, as I said, change your perspective on this present moment to develop and to provide, express, receive the inspiration to ask original questions that you genuinely, curiously want some guidance on. Not answer to, but guidance on. So, as I said, typically we ask question A and expect answer B and move on to the next thing that we never, ever expected or wanted to listen to. However, in the 820 enterprise from the Ming world, I'm asking you to consider providing and discovering for yourself and then voicing questions that are original to you, sincere to you, genuine to you, original to you, and never expecting anything, but remaining open to definitely not the answer or even a answer and that A to B ratio or transaction. No, genuinely form and announce or pronounce those kind of questions and keeping your eyes, ears, attention, awareness open to what you will receive, not from that person you're asking the question to. Of course, in a business transaction, a sale that's happening, of course you want the answer to resolve this issue. I'm talking about something a little more deeper to us personally. The guidance you need to remain resilient on this path that we're on. Your unique message and purpose that I have to deliver and make good on to my creator. I would think you would need to do the same as well. So what you're going to get is the guidance, the inspiration, the whispers, the nudges that keeps you on that path with those guardrails that I'm offering you or suggesting to you to use as your parameters to stay on your path. Pardon me if I rambled a little bit too much. My thought, no, I observed it necessary to remind not just you, myself, of what the intention is at this juncture in this list of many episodes that I've produced so far. But I want to remind you, in case you had not been with me a long time, that's where we're going, that's where we are, and as always, stay present, stay current. Remember, no matter where you are, please remember that it is always 820.